Hello, and welcome to week one of the Awakened Devotional Midweek Spiritual Practices. This week we're talking about renewal and the spiritual act of letting go. Now, when Jesus tells us not to worry about tomorrow because today's worries are enough for today, I don't think he's telling us to disengage from our lives or to disengage from the world. It's simply a recognition that what has happened in the past is beyond our control. It's already happened. There's nothing we can do about it. And sitting there ruminating about what has gone wrong in the past isn't going to fix those problems. It's simply going to make us miserable here and now. So trying to stay focused in the here and now can ground us. And also a recognition that we don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. That what the future holds is also beyond our control. And while we ought to dream about things that we want to happen, that we shouldn't close our eyes and be unaware of possibilities, it's also possible to do what I like to call what-ifing ourselves to death. Wondering, what if this thing happens, or what if that thing happens? And we can lie awake at night wondering about the endless possibilities of what could happen, what could go wrong, what might be. And I think Jesus is advising us against what-ifing ourselves to death. There is real value in being grounded in this moment, because at the end of the day, this moment, this one right now, is the only one that we're guaranteed. And so there is spiritual wisdom in recognizing that this is what we've got. This is where we are. The past is behind us. The future is in front of us and out of our control. But this moment is one that we can control. And that's something that can be very empowering to embrace, especially if we're at a moment that isn't going so well, to recenter ourselves and to recognize that we are beloved children of God, and to take a moment and reframe and give thanks that we are right here, even in the midst of very difficult times. I think one thing that can help us to be grounded in the moment is to learn a spiritual practice like meditation that centers us, that helps us to be aware of this very moment that we're in and to let go of all else that is around us. So during this section on renewal, we'll be doing a variety of breathing exercises to help center us. If you've never done any meditation before, it's helpful, I think, to begin slowly and work your way up. And so today, we're just going to do a few moments of meditation. I suggest in the book starting with 5 minutes of meditation if you've never done it before. If this is old hat for you, then feel free to do as long as is meaningful. But if you're starting for the first time, let's just start with 5 minutes of meditation. And so today I will lead you through that. I invite you to find a place where you are comfortable. Perhaps it's inside somewhere, perhaps it's outdoors. A familiar place often helps you to feel a little bit at ease, but it can also be helpful to go new places. I like to be outside. It helps me feel more connected to the earth. And so I invite you to find kind of a comfortable place to be in and a comfortable position to sit in. I like to sit in a chair. I like to keep my feet flat on the ground. I like to fold my hands and place them in my lap. And for me, it's helpful to close my eyes and to put my head down. I invite you to just begin focusing on your breath in this relaxed position. There's a saying in Buddhism that when you're breathing, know that you're breathing. And that's really the purpose of this. To simply focus on your breath, to breathe in and out, in and out, and to try and let all other things float away, to simply focus on your breath. If other thoughts come in to your head, simply acknowledge them and try to let them go on. And refocus on your breath. If you have trouble focusing, you might try saying this moment as you breathe in, and as you breathe out, say, is all that there is. This moment is all that there is. And focus on that for a while. If you feel thoughts coming in, continue to acknowledge them, to let them go, like watching a river and seeing a leaf float by. Acknowledge that you see it and let it keep floating by. Make sure you're breathing in deeply, and that the air is filling your lungs, and then you're breathing out slowly, and letting that breath of God come into your lungs and leave. Letting that sacred breath give you life, and then go back out into the universe. This moment is all that there is. This moment is all that there is. Feel the earth beneath you and the connection that you have to it, and the breath that you are breathing in that is supporting your body. And your connection to God and to the universe, to all living things. And continue to breathe in and out. This moment is all that there is. And as you're ready, begin to lift up your head and open your eyes. To take a last breath in and out. You know, as I was doing this breathing meditation, I could hear all kinds of sounds around me. I'm outside in an urban setting, and I could hear cars, and I could hear horns, and I could hear people walking by. I could hear bikes. And, you know, I think that meditating wherever you feel comfortable is important, and for some of us it is a quiet place, and for others of us, even the ambient noise, we can just recognize that it is here and to let it be as we seek to breathe and focus on our breath, know that we are breathing, and to recognize that this moment is what we've got. I find great power in Jesus' message that we shouldn't worry about tomorrow because today's worries are enough for today. May we continue to get better at the spiritual practice of letting go, and may that renew our souls. May it be so, and thanks be to God. Amen.